Hello everybody, I just want to talk about Royal Enfield Interceptors for a minute. This is my 2022 Interceptor I brought brand new. I didn't get a test ride on it or even a demonstrator, I just bought it. And I was very disappointed with it when I first got it. In fact, so disappointed I put it away for a week and I never rode it. But it was too buzzy, it was too like a Japanese bike. It was like 4,000 revs at 60. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. But I read all of the reviews and everybody said it was a good bike. Anyway, so I thought, well, I'll gear it up. So I bought I can't remember how many teeth it had now. It was 3 more than the standard one. I'd put it up and I geared it up the same as an original Interceptor, the 750. And yeah, it made it a bit long-legged, but you'd never get any speed out of it. And you could, and then the other thing is, it made first gear ridiculously high. So I've dropped it down a couple of teeth, and one tooth higher than standard, and it's about right now. But and I do ride it, and I do like it a little bit now. Don't like the 6-speed box, but then again, I'm a bit old school really. Anyway, I want to compare it with this one, which is a Mark II Interceptor. It's an original one. It's never been restored. And it's the last year and the last month of the last year that they produced them. So this really was the pinnacle of what Royal Enfield could produce at the time. It's a bit confusing because on the new Interceptor, this one came as a Sunset Strip one, had all black tank with a red stripe down the bottom. And I bought this one, which the tank, because I fancied a chrome one, I should have bought one. So this is from an earlier year, about 2019 I think they did this colour scheme, with the chrome and black. Now the one they've got out at the moment, with the chrome and the red stripe, they've called it a Mark II, because it's modelled after this, which is a Mark II Interceptor, which you can see has a chrome tank with a red stripe. So they've obviously copied that and called this one a Mark II. Anyway, what are the differences? Well, there's a lot of differences between this one. This one's got a 4-speed box for a start, because it's got enough grunt to pull 4 gears, whereas this one with the 6-speed box, the lack of torque from the engine makes it so that you've got to have it low geared so that it's revvy. But this has got oodles of bottom end grunt, absolutely loads of it. It's only 100cc more. So much so that in 1970, Cycle World in America, that do their Cycle World magazine, took one of these to the drag strip straight from a crate, and it was running 11-second quarters, which is pretty amazing really, because those Albion gearboxes, what these have got, are not exactly the quickest changing gearbox in the world. I can assure you of that. And they're topped out at about 120 mile an hour, which is, back in the day, I mean this is 52, 53 years ago, is it? It was quite a powerful bike. In fact, it was the most powerful bike at the time, and it sold like hotcakes in America. Well, this one came from, I think it was Montreal in Canada. Belonged to the Royal Enfield Owners Club chairman, and it's a pretty sorted bike. I can't run it today because I'm in the middle of fitting electronic ignition, because I've had enough of points. They're just, you never know when they're going to get you. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, it's a nice bike, and you can ride it at 20 mile an hour in top gear with no snatch at all, and just grab a handful of throttle and it will take off like a scolded cat. and it will go, let's say, faster than the national speed limit. That's a safety thing, isn't it, really? It's not fuel injected, it's carburetted. As you can see, it's got twin concentrics on there, which are not the originals, they're replacements. They're the Amel premium ones. They're good. It doesn't leak any oil. Well, not that you can't wipe off. But it's you can see the battery box is off at the moment because I'm in there trying to get to the coils, which are hidden behind this, which is a nightmare to get off. But once I've done it, it's done. Yeah, I mean, I can't find anything on YouTube where there is a comparison between the old Interceptors and the new ones. I think Stuart Fillingham did we went to Hitchcock's, I think, and they rode one, a Mark II like this one, around their yard. But he didn't get a go on it, so he didn't sort of really know too much about it, really, I don't think. But no disrespect to him, but I mean, you know, they were a rare bike over here anyway, because most of them went for export anyway. But it's got a single leading shoe front brake, which is awful, absolutely dreadful. I've got a Norville twin leading shoe, which is to go on it, which I've not done yet, which will liven this up a bit. It handles quite well. I mean, it's got Bridgestone tyres on it. Not my favourite brand, but they are Battle Axe tyres, so they should be alright. But yeah, now what about this one then? 6-speed box. You're forever riding it around in the wrong gear because you can't. It could do with a gear indicator, and it hasn't got one. Disc brakes, obviously, all round, which is an improvement, huge improvement. It goes well enough for what it is. I don't know what it will do top speed. I haven't had it flat out. I mean, it's on a couple of 3,000 miles now, and it's well running. But I've got other bikes to thrash about. I'm not really that keen on caning it to death, because you're going to get a speeding ticket or your licence took or something. So yeah, the seat, I don't like the seat a lot, not compared with the original. The original's really comfortable. Yeah, so I've got plans for this Interceptor. I've just got enough stuff now together to convert this into an Interceptor Classic, which means front forks out of the 350, which is 41mm. They're an inch shorter, which is not a bad thing, because I'm going to put a 19-inch front wheel on it. So it'll have chrome steel rims, front and rear, and it's going to get a chrome rear rim for the back. So it's a complete wheel. I bought the wheel, and I'll probably put one of those seats on it, and it's going to have chrome mud guards, obviously. Now I've got all that, I've just heard that Royal Enfield are just about to release a Classic, so I'll need to get on and build it before they get theirs out. Not that it makes any difference, but because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I've got a cat here that's whining and complaining about something. In fact, there's two. But anyway, their mother and son they are. They fight like dog. Well, I was going to say cat and dogs. They fight like cat and cat. But anyway, back to these. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's the same make, the same models, but very, very different DNA. I mean, there's nothing in the engine that's the same as the one in this. I mean, this is fuel injected, obviously, and it's got a 170-degree crank in it. Well, this is not. If I'd have got my act together and got the electronic ignition fitted this morning, but I had to go out, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But it would be running. That's the next video. Is I'll do a video probably try and get some way of scheming this camera onto a helmet or something, or on the bike, so that I can actually do a bit of filming. You can see what it goes like. And I'll immediately do one of this as well. I mean, there's plenty of videos of these going about. Only upgrades I've done to it really is, apart from changing the tank, it's got Enfield precision silencers, which I think are nice. You know, it's got the baffles in. It sounds nice. This one is fairly, they're the original silencers. It's fairly quiet, but it has got a nice sort of sharp old crack when it gets going. And it's quite nice. It hasn't got a centre stand on it at the moment because I've took it off, but this is the other side of it. They're pretty easy to kick over, they're not hard. There's an knack to it, but there will be with points, but electronic ignition, it's pretty sorted really. And interesting, you've got the primary side on this side, on the original Interceptor, and on this side you've got the timing side, just there. And on this side you've got the primary. So it's a crossover gearbox, so it drives out the other side because the chain's on the other side. Look. Yeah, I don't like the 6-speed box. You're forever changing gear, the gears are too close, but then again it has to have that because it hasn't got enough grunt to pull big gaps in the gears, you know. But for what it is, it's very usable, and it's a good bike. It's a good bike now. Yeah, I do like it. I'm not so keen on the tyres, these Seat tyres. I've had some scary moments with them. And I don't know why, because on the classic 350s I've had no trouble at all. They stick to the road like glue. But on dry roads I've had the back step out several times on bends, and it's a bit disconcerting. This basically is a bike you stick in top gear and forget about it really. It's got that much muscle. It's very good. I ought to be looking at what I'm filming instead of looking over the top of the camera. I'm probably looking at the nettles at the background, but yeah. So anyway, this is just a short video really of just comparing the two. You know, there's not much I'm going to change on this one. No, not really. I like it just as it is. It suits me. And this one, well, because they're common, where these aren't common. I mean, they didn't make many of these. I mean, they weren't a big company, Royal Enfield, for building bikes, and Enfield Precision, which was a spin-off of Royal Enfield, they did wartime work, building gun sights and stuff, very sensitive stuff like that for the war. After the war, they started building a few bits for the bikes, you know, making the bits. In fact, just about all the Interceptor engines were made at Bradford upon Avon, where their underground factory was. They had a showroom above it, and all the works were downstairs in the quarry sort of thing, you know, in the tunnels. And they were precision engineers, and they made, I say, pretty much all the Interceptor engines. And then when Royal Enfield went to the wall, Enfield Precision took over making the whole bikes, and all but a few Interceptors, the early Mark 1s, which I've got one, and the Mark 1As, which I've also got, were made at Bradford upon Avon. And they just, even in their adverts, they said, not everybody can have one, there's not enough to go round. And that was about right. You know, most of them are going for export. And, you know, the home market didn't really get a lot. But, so a lot of the Mark 2s and the Mark 1As were imported back, repatriated. I've just last year bought a Mark 1A from America. It's got 11,000 miles on it. One owner from Newville. It's been in a collection for a long time, and it stood for years and years and years, but but the main bearings are all gone in it, so I'm going to have the motor apart. I've got everything to do it, but it's time. At least with this you don't bother about that. And the other big difference is the electric starter. We take it all for granted, don't we? But when you've got to start lunging up and down on the kickstart, especially when you've got points and it's not set up right, and I've not managed to get this one set up right, as you get older, you really want it really, but there we are. But I love riding that bike, and I do like riding this bike now. And out of the 14 or 15 Enfields I've got, which all get ridden, I do ride these quite a lot. I mean, I've done 11,500 miles this year on Enfields, but I haven't put many miles on any of them, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's what it is. I just thought I'd just do a little quick video of the differences. This cat's still whining and complaining, but never mind. That's what he does. But yeah, there he is. A Mark II Interceptor from 1970 and an Interceptor 650 from 2022. But there we go. I've just done it all now, so you can have a look and see what you think. But leave us a like if you like it. If you don't. There's no. It's not compulsory. It's not part of the job description, you know. But it doesn't cost nothing, and I am going to be uploading more videos of Royal Enfields and riding them and other things as well. I've got other bikes as well as Royal Enfields tucked away, which I'm not dealing with at the moment, but I'll make videos of them. But yeah, well, thanks for watching, and look out for the next one. Yeah, thanks, and bye.